Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna,
Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So all ready to start and continue whatever we have discussed. So anyone remembers what we spoke yesterday? Or at least which chapter we did? Yeah, so quickly, let's do a recap. Before that, let me start with Mangalacharan, right? Hare Krishna.
Sankhya Yoga.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, so let's do that. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnana Timra Andasya Jnananjala Chalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Dadati Swapadatikam. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopeshu Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhavindeshwari Vishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpadarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vatsadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Come on, all of you join.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So starting off with a quick question. Anyone has an idea how many days did this war last?
18 days, Mataji.
15
Very
days.
nice. 18 days. How many chapters it has?
18.
18 chapters.
18. And how many minutes was this? How long did Krishna speak to Arjuna?
45 to 48 minutes.
45 minutes. Perfect. Thank you so much. So all brilliant. Really. So yesterday we were speaking about the qualities of the soul, but before that, so before I start off, can you all quickly tell what are the 4 challenges or inhibitions which Arjuna had, which paused his fighting? Why did Arjuna refuse to fight? What stopped him? Arujit, I can't hear you.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Compassion.
Very nice. Yes, Diva.
Compulsion and desire.
Loss of family tradition.
Yes.
Sorrow.
Sin.
Sin. Compassion, family tradition, sin. What is the last?
No enjoyment.
No enjoyment. Very nice. And the second chapter?
Indecisiveness.
Superb, Agam. Thank you so much. And thank you. So basically, indecision. So let's pay our obeisances to Shri Radha Govinda. And what did he do? So what did Arjuna do? So normally we all decided, right? When we are confused, what did we do? I went completely dumb. And one of you all said that you all start overthinking. But what we don't do is we don't take advice, right? Even if we take advice, we will take favorable advice. Yeah. So we always take advice from someone whom will talk or tell exactly what we want. But the fact is, Arjuna took advice from Krishna, even though he knew he's going to speak exactly opposite to what he is planning to. So this is why it is important that we have a guru in our life, because he will give us an advice when we are confused. See, Sadhu Shastra, right? Why do you tell Sadhu? Is because it is very Guru Sadhu Shastra. Sadhus are people who will anyway spread the word. But you need a guru because in terms of confusion, right? Which side to go, when I'm confused, indecision, every time we'll have this indecisiveness in life. And that is when a guru can really guide us. So as I said, Gita, the first word starts about Guruji. And let's pay our obeisances to Shri Radha Govinda. And we completed the first session, which is 1.1 to 1.27, where preparations of the war came. And then we also completed in the first day itself the various reasons which you all spoke. And this have been countered by Krishna by various ways in the second chapter. And we finished the first 3 sessions, where first, now you all tell me, you all spoke about Arjuna's doubts, right? So how did he counter the compassion?
Soul is neither destructible. Soul is imperishable and it cannot be destroyed.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. So he spoke about the soul. Okay. Provided Arjuna is a learned man and believer of the soul. What if he is not a learned guy? Or what if he is not believing in reincarnation and soul? He gives option A and B. Does anyone remember? So if you are, okay, let's take me. Okay, I give a call that I've met with an accident and I call one of you all, you'll come and assume that I've gone in a Mercedes Benz. I don't have a Benz, but I'm just telling. Okay, and the vehicle is also burning. I'm also hurt. What will you do first?
Like body is just...
you.
Sorry? Yeah, go ahead.
According to me, I will help you because vehicle we can buy again. That is possible. But if you are going to death, then we cannot buy you again.
So nice. Thank you so much. But the Mataji, you were also trying to tell something, right?
I was saying like body is just a cover.
Understandable.
Body is just the cover. Like how we change clothes, it gets we get a new body again and again. But soul is eternal, like that.
Yeah. So that point is very nice. So this is how we convince. So bottom line is, will you let me die there and save the car?
No.
Save me?
No, I'll save you.
Okay, thank you, Dimple. I was a little confused, but very nice. Thank you so much. Yeah, but the point is, my worth, or rather, everybody's worth is only 210, and we all know that Mercedes-Benz worth will be, maybe you can throw numbers better than me, 500 crore, right? So, but why? After all, 220 rupees. So it's just the chemical. If it is just chemical, why are you concerned, right? So this is how Krishna was trying to tell. And as you rightly pointed out, just a matter of dress. Why are you concerned if in a war? That is one. But the second issue, which we are also talking about, is that what is valuable is the soul, which is eternal. And even if you believe that this is just a body, it's only one life, you don't have to worry, because how do you care about the body, which is just made of chemicals? So that was his point to argument about compassion. Now, enjoyment. I can't enjoy. Arjuna is telling, no, I win, though. How can I enjoy? So what is his answer?
If you win, you will enjoy the kingdom, or otherwise you will go to heaven and you'll enjoy there.
Superb. So he says, bumper offer, either you have the kingdom or the heaven. Now, I want to bring up a name of, I don't recall the name of the king, but there is a king, right, who lost in the war. And when he came, he came back and the door was closed. He was a Kshatriya, of course. The door was closed and, nobody was opening. So he had called for his wife, telling that, please open because she was holding the command, and open. That time she told that the person who has knocked the door cannot be my husband. The reason being that if he actually had won, then he will not knock the door, right? You know the way it comes, right? With jing bang. And obviously we got the news that he is lost. So if he is lost, he will not come back to the house. He'll be dead on the field, right? So this is the most important thing which we notice, which means a Kshatriya, for him, death is better than dishonor. So for him, the chance of coming back to life is absolutely, they don't want it, right? So we've also seen Dhruva at the age of 5. Do you all know the story of Dhruva? I've been taking Dhruva as example. Does anyone know the story of Dhruva?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so Diya,
Yes,
why don't you
Mataji.
tell them the story of Dhruva so that they'll be able to relate.
Ma'am, actually, Dhruv was the son of a king, and he was by his stepmother. He was getting very insulted. He was not getting that much importance. And then one day he decided to have his place. And then when he went in the forest, he met Narad ji, and then he instructed him to do penance. And yes, he was very devotional to Lord Shri Vishnu. And then after doing much penance, Lord Vishnu got happy, and then he gave him the permanent place in the sky.
Very nice. Thank you so much. So it's very beautifully narrated there. So let me just fill the gaps. So stepmother story is correct, but why he got angry is because he wanted to sit on the lap of the father, because the step brother was sitting on the lap and he was 5 years old, very natural, right? And the king was not very comfortable to take him in the lap, not because he didn't love him, but because he was very inclined towards a stepwife. So he didn't want to displease her. So the stepmom told, if you need to sit on the lap of your father, then you must have been born from my womb, right? So it was a very strong statement. He couldn't digest the insult at the age of 5. So he goes crying and sobbing and with anger to his mother. And his mom says, yeah, there are two people, Suniti and Suchiti. Suniti is his mom, and she says, yes, your stepmom is right in one way, because unfortunate that I am not having a place, right? And therefore, the only person who can help you is Vishnu. The rest of the story is what she said. And the mantra which Narada gave was Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So that is what we chant. And he goes on for a very serious penance in the age of 5. And once Vishnu appears, actually he's going for his fight for his kingdom. But after seeing Vishnu, he says, Vishnu, I came for, thinking that, I want my kingdom back. And I just realized that when I have a diamond, I'm going for pebbles, right? Why he says that is because seeing Vishnu, he just didn't want any other desire. So what did Vishnu do? Narada spoke to his father and got him the kingdom. And Vishnu also gave him Dhruva Nakshatra, which is a permanent star in the material, where not only him, even Shiro Dakshaya Vishnu, the Paramatma resides there, right? That's a permanent resting place for Paramatma. And this is eternal, right? It never gets destroyed. This is the speciality of the Dhruva, and we use that. And who is the great grandfather of Dhruva? Does anyone know who's a great and which family Dhruva comes from? Any guess?
No, Mataji.
Okay, thank you. Dhruva's great grandfather was Brahma. So he could have gone to Brahma, right? Normally we go crying, but look at him. He was so smart. He went to Vishnu and his wish got fulfilled, right? It also gives a very important point that our approach has to be correct. Whatever we seek, whether it's material or whether it's spiritual, it's easier and faster. The right approach is to go directly to Vishnu rather to the various devatas and demigods. So enjoyment, now I'm just giving you the background of Kshatriya blood. So which means that Krishna was totally okay. Even he was telling him, it's okay if you die, rather than you come back, because Duryodhana is not going to tell, hey, you know what, you're so great. He will really say that this fellow ran away, right? Now coming back to the third point, destruction of family. What did he say? Now this is the extension of destruction of family. I will not fight. So if he fights, what happens?
You will not set a good example.
Very nice. You will not get a good example and you ran away and Duryodhana will insult you. That will be a greater insult, right? And that is going to be worse for a Kshatriya, because the name will go. And for a Kshatriya, the name is more important than his life. And the last one is sinful reaction. How does he count? How does he counter? Sin. He says, I kill elders. It's very sinful. Dada, grandfather, teacher, acharya. Yes or no? Will Arjuna incur sin?
No,
No. Why?
because they were supporting Adharma.
Yeah, that is one point, because he's supporting Lord, and even as per Dharma Shastra, he has to follow his job because he's a Kshatriya. And two people are fighting for a specific cause, right? Two teams are there. It's the fight against good against bad, where Krishna is personally present. So I think we have quickly summarized the whole thing. So this is all what we discussed yesterday. And then about the saving the shirt is what all was discussed. And finally, after countering everything, what did Krishna do is straight away he spoke about the qualities of the soul, right? And that is where we sort of concluded. So various qualities of the soul. And the last counter was about the sin. So now Bhagavad Gita, again, we start here with various qualities of the soul. Very quickly, it's eternal, it's non-destructible. It's a huge thing which you can see. There are over 28 qualities of the soul in the various paras which are explained. Now, moving on to the next phase, which is the section C, which is the Karma-Kanda. What is Karma-Kanda? Karma-Kanda, I'm going to explain a simple story and you all are going to choose. Now, there is a diamond necklace you see in the road with the name of the person and the contact number of the owner. What would you do? You're finding a diamond, very expensive stone necklace, you take it in whichever way. You see, you have the contact number of the owner. What? You have three options. Now you can type in chat. I want everyone to type in chat. Option A, okay, you take it and put it in your pocket and run away. Option B, you run away from the place, leave the diamond necklace also, right? Because why take the risk? We don't know what's there. So I'm just leaving the diamond necklace and running away. The third option is take the diamond necklace, contact the person and hand it over. What would you do? A, B, C. Yeah, very nice. Option C, option C, option C, option C, option C. Are you all good? Very nice. Mohandas Prabhu, can you also type your option? I have never asked you a question. Every time I think of taking a class, I think, oh my God, this class should not be boring for you as well, because you keep hearing my classes all over again. Are you there?
I'm attentive, Mataji.
Yeah. So your option, please. Very nice. Third option. Let me also tell you what I would do. I will probably see the diamond necklace, leave it and run away. Probably. Because I would be very scared. So now why am I giving all three options? Is because now the option A obviously is a thief. Right? There is no doubt. Whichever way we call it. We may tell God gave, all this drama we will put. But, he's a thief. Because it doesn't belong. And I have... so what they do is that's definitely no. So that is only actually what's called the Karma-Kanda. The original karmis are category because we receive everything from Krishna. So we commonly hear this word self-made man. I've heard it quite a few times from my dad also. People believe that when they reach a position, it's like they've made everything for themselves. True, even if the kid is an orphan, there's nothing called self-made because nothing you can make by yourself. Even one chapati, even if you have to make your chapati, agreed, you only, got it done. But who actually gave you the wheat, right? It was by a farmer. Okay, fine. Who gave the farmer the provision, right? Rain is required. For that, somebody else has to contribute. Now, what land is there? Whose land it is? He may sell, it is his land, but originally these are provided by Krishna, right? So all this is taken and we don't give him and we eat. It's like the diamond ring. We saw it. Wow, it's my farm. It's my house. Have you heard this my factor? Some people just have it in a flow, mine, and they will go to the extent that, oh my God, this is my bathroom, right? So to that extent, they get extremely grossly involved in the my factor, but nothing technically belongs to them because it all belongs to Krishna, right? So this is the first stage, level A. Now the B, and that is Karma-Kanda, right? So I just wanted to explain that. And who is B and who is C, I will tell you all as I'm explaining the chapter, right? So Karma-Kanda, what happens? Fight for gain is a general concept.
Hare Krishna Mataji, I think the slides are not moving if you are changing the slides because...
No, I haven't changed the slide. I've just kept it there.
Yeah.
You can see section C, right?
No, we were just seeing the characteristic of souls.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Now it's visible.
Yeah, section
Now
C.
it's
Sure.
okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhu, for that. Right? For a particular, you don't think of whether there's a loss or a gain. Now, the question which comes up, which you all are going to answer by the end of the session, because this is something which you'll ask. Okay, Mataji, ma'am, where do I have motivation if I should not look out for result? Right? So you all are going to give me this answer by the end of the class so you can think through as I'm talking. So fight for the duty and don't expect results. So that is what is being taught by Krishna here. So if a judge, goes and gives a particular punishment, it is because he has to fit that punishment for the person and nothing else, right? Yeah. Now, can I have Dia, please go ahead with the shloka and Bhumi can read the text or anybody else can read the text. Yeah, go ahead, Dia. Hare Krishna.
स्वधर्ममपि चावेक्ष्य न विकम्पितुमर्हसि धर्म्याधियुद्धात् श्रेयोऽन्यक्षत्रियस्य न विद्यते. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. It's very nicely read. Hare Krishna. So anybody would like to read the text?
Consider your specific duty as Kshatriya. You should know that there is no better engagement for you than fighting on religious principle, and so there is no need for hesitation. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, very nicely read. Thank you so much. So he said that assuming that you're a Kshatriya, you know that nothing is important for you, fighting for religious principle. Now, this is a point which I want to highlight because today we have got so much of fights, right? Caste system. I am forward caste, BC. I still remember when I was in college, I had a friend, right? And when we were doing PG, she used to like really study and she used to be very relaxed and she used to be smiling. And even 12th, this happened. She was telling that you guys need a very high cut-off mark. And, she was from a scheduled caste, as per the paper. So she said that, I have a quota. So one is percentage, but I have a quota system that they have to accommodate this many people. So therefore, I will automatically get a place in the college. And we used to be so upset and we used to feel that, at that age, we don't understand so much. So we used to think, and I still remember I used to go to my dad and ask, Dad, why not we be SC or ST? Has anyone spoken like this? At least we have it in the mind, right? Yes or no? Or all of you all are stalwarts, you all understood. But I would like to highlight here one thing, that the caste system is not as per birth, even those days. Today it's become like that. It is based on guna and karma. So karma means not your fate karma. Karma has multiple meanings. Karma means the work you do. And guna is the qualities you have. Example, like you all, I gave you a question and you all answered, right? You had 3 options. So the option which you told is C. So technically, whoever answered C will straight away go to a Kshatriya. Because it means that you have the natural quality to fight, because there's so much of complication, right? By taking the necklace, it may not be simple. It could be a police case. The person, the owner may be dead, may be alive. We don't know. But somebody is willing to take that and fight for justice, comes to the quality of Kshatriya. So this is one. And so this is how it was classified. And there were 4 classifications of Varna. So does anyone know what are the 4 classifications?
Brahmana, Kshatriya, Shudra,
Vaishya.
Vaishya.
Yeah, the 3rd and 4th got swapped. So Vaishya and then the Sudra. So what does a Brahmana do? What is his role?
They do rituals,
Very nice.
yajnas and
Impart
yajans.
knowledge.
Yes, they do yajna, they share knowledge. Perfect answer. So Brahmins do not take salary. They do not earn. What they do is they teach spiritual knowledge. The purpose of yajna and knowledge is they give spiritual knowledge, and therefore for that the others pay, right? The Kshatriya, and because they are important to connect them to the Lord. What is Kshatriya?
They fight for their motherland and die.
Absolutely. So basically, a Brahmana takes care of the soul, a Kshatriya takes care of the body, right? And what does the Vaishya do?
Vaishya do trade and other
They are
things.
businessmen. Like
Superb. So Vaishya is a businessman. And what was a business those days?
cloth.
Yeah, correct.
Cow.
Yeah, cow. Perfect. Thank you, Agam, what's Arujit? Yeah, that's right. So they had cow. So which also means they had farming, right? So the mother was the cow and the father is the bull. So their prime job is to protect them. Not only that, everybody bottom line were protecting the 3 things, right? The cow and sorry, Hare Krishna. So the cow, the child, and the ladies used to be given special attention. So this was based on this, and now Sudra is to serve all 3. Sudra, as of now, it's not the reason Sudra serves is only then they can facilitate the smooth working of the 3 of them. So this was the purpose, and everyone had a purpose for which they were in that category. But today, I think the caste system and religion has affected us so much that we don't want to be a part of that. Or if we are a part of it, we want to be somewhere else. So there are 2, I told you, Gita, G is Guru. We finished the first G. And the second one is the 2 things. One is what's called the Swadharma and the Sanatana Dharma. Swadharma is your duties, right? I was explaining. So all the duties which you do, based on the 4 categories also. And your, like a father, like a mother, duty of a Kshatriya to fight for the nation. That's all coming under the Swadharma. There's one more thing called Sanatana Dharma. That is what you give for your soul. How your relationship with Krishna and what do you do in Sanatana. So now the doubt will come that, okay, but these are 2 different things. Varnas are talking about, the various duties which you have to do, karma. And why are you talking suddenly of Sanatana Dharma, connecting to God? Because if you are doing these 4 duties in the right way, automatically you will get elevated to the extent that this is happening. So for all of you all, the next doubt is, where do I have time? Do you all feel I don't have time for spirituality? Do you all say this? Do you all feel?
No, we have to take time out for that.
Very nice.
Yes.
Any other answers?
Repair.
Sorry? Hare Krishna? No, you can tell it's a waste of time. That's totally fine. It's what we all perceive, right? So what we were talking about is Swadharma is very important because it will take you to the next level. However, Sanatana Dharma, thinking of God, is also important because you don't generally, if you have 24 hours, yes, though initially we try and divide, but you do everything together, right? When you eat prasad. So literally you're giving it to Krishna, and good luck, Krishna does not, he eats, but the quantity doesn't come down, right? So therefore, you are actually following the Dharma, which is a Sanatana Dharma, right? The entire prasad which you're eating is Krishna's. So you make prasad is for Krishna. So you can see automatically your day is getting allocated for Krishna, though you may feel that these are activities for yourself, but these are Krishna's activity. We will read that in length in the coming chapters, but quickly going back to this, right? So he says for Kshatriyas, we just spoke this, right? So opportunities come, they look for fighting opportunity because this gives them the thing, right? The bravery and all that. If you don't perform your religious duty, then obviously that is sinful. So a doctor is taking a person for surgery, and middle of the thing, he realizes that cancer is gone up. So he has to chop his hand. Oh my God, I believe in Hamimsa. I'm not going to chop his hand. And if he leaves the theater, what do you tell? What you tell, oh my God, what will you feel about that doctor? You'll see it's good. So no, he's such a nice, doesn't want to chop the hand or leg.
He must do what he needs to do.
Absolutely. So he has to do and follow the duty, right? So this is very, very important. And now what is the duty of Kshatriya? So what should Arjuna do?
He should
Fight.
Exactly. So he's a Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. So if he's a Kshatriya, Shat means protection. So he has to fight for protecting his people, right? Otherwise, he is a miser, right? We saw, right, Brahmana Kripana. So he would become a Kripana, which is not supposed to be. If he becomes so, if he does not fight, people will call him that he is impotent, he is not capable, and that is worse than death. So Krishna is telling you, go and die, that is better rather than to come. Because even if you're going there, it's that false running away is not going to work. What is Arjuna telling? Okay, I will go, I will leave and do what? I will beg. Beg means what? I will become a Brahmana, right? Indirectly, he's telling that I don't want to fight. Can he be that? Can he go to a forest and just think, I will not fight? Tomorrow he sees somebody trying to do something in the forest, his Kshatriya blood will dominate, which means he can neither do might as well do it here, right? He won't be able to do justice here also, there also. So he has said here that this is worse, so you cannot run out of the battlefield. Diya Shloka, Hare Krishna. If anybody wants to chant Shloka, you can go ahead and start. Yeah.
अवाच्य वादांश्च बहून् वदिष्यन्ति तवाहिताः निन्दन्तस्तव सामर्थ्यं ततो दुःखतरन्नु किम्. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Your enemies will describe you in many unkind words, right? That is more painful. And here he gives bumper offer, heaven or earth, right? So you have one of that. And 2.38 is he's saying, do it as a duty. On to you, Shloka.
सुख दुःखे समे कृत्वा लाभालाभौ जया जयौ ततो युद्धाय युज्यस्व नैवं पापमवाप्स्यसि. Hare Krishna.
So fight, right? Don't think of happy, success, failure, right? So I was telling you all, now you all have to write your exam without expecting results. Now, will that motivate you? Yes, no. Chat is open. You will tell me if it is no, I will take the answer. If it's yes, you have to tell me how you get motivated, right? While I move to D. Now, Buddhi Yoga. Now, Krishna is going to tell Buddhi Yoga. So, Buddhi means intelligence. And what Krishna is trying to tell is Buddhi according to Krishna, and what he's explaining is Bhakti Yoga, which is Nishkama Karma. What is Nishkama, right? Nish is without, Kama is lust, right? Without expectation or without any desire. Someone spoke about desire, right? Prabhu was telling. So, Nishkama, without desire, you will work. So, fight, but without any expectation. Now, I'm going to relate to exam. Write your exam, study well, but don't have a particular expectation on the results. It's like question mark somewhere, right? So, the chat is open, so you have to answer. And so, what is this? So, we're going to see that in section D. Hare Krishna, 2.39, shloka.
एषा ते भिहिता सांख्ये बुद्धिर्योगे त्विमां शृणु बुद्ध्या युक्तो यया पार्थ कर्मबन्धं प्रहास्यसि.
Hare Krishna. So he says that knowledge through analytical study, which is Sankhya Yoga, right? This is one side. Now, that is so far he explains, right? Whatever today the entire class is, while I'm taking class, Krishna is also taking class for Arjuna. So he initially explained Sankhya. What is Sankhya? I'm not the body, I'm the soul. All that explanation. Now he says that expecting, he's going to talk about Bhakti. So what is Bhakti? He says that fruits, right? Don't expect results. That is only Bhakti Yoga. Without that you do, then it will free you from bondage. Bondage, what is bondage? We will talk in 1 minute. Not even 1 minute, we'll talk in chapter 3. So broadly what he says is don't expect results. This is how you should do. 2.5 I'll do it. Hare Krishna. Neha nasosti pratyavayanu nidyate swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mato bhayat. Hare Krishna. 2.40 he says, in this endeavor, there is no loss. Right? Why? Because you are doing everything for Krishna. You are not worried. Right? And even if you do little bit advancement, it is fine because you'll be protected. Why people die, go to heaven? Anyone for that matter, right, goes to heaven if they are dead in the battlefield, because that is considered like dying in duty. So they are elevated to the upper planets. So he says even a small thing is good. So there's nothing for you to do it. Now, example, anything showed in Krishna conscious. Neka Vikrama Nasusti, Pradyavamne Vidde. So what does it say? There are classic examples. Now you have Hanuman, right? Hanuman shown is anger. Even anger shown for Krishna is right. Example, Hanuman. Arjuna need to show anger, right? Because while fighting, he cannot say like movies and all we have that. Those dumb, it doesn't work like that, right? Take a gun and shoot. Naturally is you will get angry. So obviously Arjuna, if he's fighting and swaying his sword, he has to. But if he does for himself, which is what he was doing in the chapter 1, he was thinking of himself, his body, his related bodily relationship. Where is dharma? Arjuna was like a superhero for us. But if you think in one angle, he is thinking like a normal guy. Right? My uncle, my dada, my grandfather, my acharya. Is that the time for him to discuss? And the whole army is right there. Moreover, he is a Kshatriya. He should be thinking, my people, my war, it's good and it's adharma. Right? His thinking was more to himself, which is why Krishna had to correct. Though superficially, we may all feel, wow, Arjuna is a great guy. And initially, when you hear for the first time, little bit of Krishna, why is Krishna spoiling? He's a very sweet guy. This kind of a feeling we have. I didn't have because I'm very fond of Krishna. But generally, on the face of it, when you talk about two characters, this is what will come up, right? Now, Hanuman burnt Lanka. Is it wrong? No. Right? Now, I'm going to tell you the small story about this meaning of the shloka with this mouse. I think you would have already seen the story in level 1, so I'll make it fast. So there's a little lamp and the mouse thinks it's a strawberry and goes eat it and he dies. But Krishna is so sweet. He thinks, oh, wow, such a sweet mouse. To save my lamb, he died and gave him moksha. Why is this? Because Krishna, even little bit you do, he will try and give you the best. And 2.41 continues here, which says, Hare Krishna, Vivasayatmika Buddhi, Rekeha Guru Nandana, Bahushakhyanantascha, Buddhiyo Vivasayinam. So what does he say? He says that Vivasayatmika Buddhi, one point of focus. So what happens is when you have multiple focus, example, if you have Krishna conscience as a focus in the house or in your life, everything will fall in place. But if you have multiple focus, example, okay, school, okay, friends, okay, movie, okay, family, okay, neighbor, you have multiple circles and it may not align. But if you have Krishna in the center, you do the same activity with Krishna in the center, then the focus is the same. Example, the father builds the house thinking that, oh, this is a house for Krishna. And I'm going to serve my Krishna's favorites, which is my wife and child. Center is one. Mama makes food, telling that, okay, I'm going to make prasad for Krishna. I'm going to serve to everyone, right? People who eat also will think, oh, it's prasad. So we will not keep telling Mama low salt, high salt. Okay, add little salt, eat. Our thought also changes, right? So we think, okay, this is prasad. Our mind also is purified. So when we have one point of focus, the thought changes. Otherwise, that dad's typical answer will be, this is my house. Okay, this is the thing. And our answer will be, we hear from daddy and we tell, this is my room. This is my pen. Yes or no? Does it happen or not in your house?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much for being honest. Happens in my house most of the time. So, this goes on and on, right? This my, your is a fight. And that is why Isha Upanishad second mantra, and I'm introducing this from today, is because you will see Isha Upanishad shortly in your next level. So it says that Isha Vashamidam Sarvam Yatkincha Jagatyam Jagat Tena Tiktena Bunjita Magridaha Kashya Suddanam. So which means that he says Isha Vasha principle, you think Krishna as the supreme proprietor, right? But we think, okay, wife under my control, as wife thinks I am wife, why should I come under your control? Why don't you listen to me? Conflict starts. Kids tell that, okay, you both are fighting, what will I do? Okay, then I will think of somebody whom I can go and share. I'm into stress, my mom and dad fight and I'm into depression, right? So these kind of things come. But I don't say that if your devotees fights don't come, but your thought changes, right? Priorities change, your thoughts change. Even though you focus on Swadharma, you also have your eternal Sanatana Dharma. So I was telling the karma also means, dharma means not only this religion, but it also talks about principles, duties. Besides all this, it also talks about the nature. The main meaning of dharma is what is your nature. Our nature is we are part and parcels of Krishna. We are eternal, bottom line. And we keep telling we are human beings. Actually, we are spiritual beings in human body. The body is human, but our thing is spiritual. And I can tell you this in 1 second. Any of you all would like to become old, have disease? Anyone in this room?
No.
No.
Nobody, right? Why? Because we are not used to all this, right? So that's the reason. The reason is because eternally we do not have all this. So we want to be where we are used to, right? If you go on a particular holiday, in fact, it's not even a holiday. You go to a prison. Now I'm going to ask this question back. You're in a prison. You would prefer a gold prison, silver prison, or an iron prison. What would be your choice? ABC. Type in the chat while I'm explaining this. ABC. Which prison would you like? One made of gold, one made of silver, or one made of iron? ABC. Chat is open. Keep typing while I'm going to take you all through this. So here they say that automatically men with that small knowledge, they are attached to that small Vedas, that very basic Vedas, which talk about fruits, right? You worship Lord Shiva, you will get a very beautiful wife. You worship, who is the other god? You worship one god. I'm not too strong in this, so I will skip the name of the dog. You will get a lovely child. You worship Lord Durga, you will get a nice person, right? So these are the various options, right, which are there. Now I will go 2.4. I'm waiting for all of you to answer. ABC is very easy to type, you can do. So for those whose mind is very attached to all this thing, that sense object, everything, they are very confused. But somebody who's focusing on Krishna, nothing of this happens because his focus is one, which we just spoke. And why Vedas speak of the 3 modes? See, what are the 3 modes? We spoke yesterday once more.
Sattva, Rajas, Tama.
So Vedas always talk about this only. But what is Krishna telling? Krishna is telling you to transcend the modes. He says, Traigunya Vishaya Vega, Nishtraigunyo Bhavajuna, Nidvando Nitya Satyasya, Niryoga Kshema Atmavan. Go above the 3 modes. Go to Supta Sattva, transcendental plane. No friend, no enemy, no anxiety, no popularity. Right? Popularity in the sense, you appreciate me, fine, but then I don't go fly. If you scold me, I don't fall down. Right? I'm what I am is soul. So you don't have an impact in my behavior. Right? Example, small well also will actually give water. Right? It's such a great reservoir of water. Same way, the purpose of Veda is also same. This is a very important verse. So what they say is the purpose of Vedas can be served to one who knows the purpose behind them, right? All the purpose of Vedas, it is useful, just like the water. They're just giving an analogy. You don't need a huge river. Well is taking care. So this one. Now we are moving to another quest. The question which I told before that, I will answer this question. Let's see the chat for a second. So let's see what they have told. Abhinavish wants gold and okay, you want gold and Many of you all want no prison, out of prison, out of prison. Even I want to be out of prison. Because end of the day, it's prison. If you're inside the prison, whether it's a gold or a silver or a diamond or whatever it is, how does it matter? I'm inside the prison. I have to get out of the prison. Even if I'm in the most expensive prison, I really can't use it. I can't enjoy. I will still have the suffering. So is the material world. Material world is a jail. Now you may be in a very rich family, which means you're in the gold jail. I may come from a poor family. I may be in an iron jail, and someone may be in mediocre family, silver jail. But irrespective, everybody has problem. So someone from a very poor family will tell, have I had money? Have you heard? I will not have any problem. If that is the case, why are there suicides among rich people? They should not be, right? They have so much of money. But why is there a suicide? Because they are not happy in life, right? They are looking for something. Okay, the next story is, we will go on debating this. So it is not, money can buy a house, but not a home, common term, right? So while we may put all these English terms together, the fact is, end of the day, we have to go to the next level. Now, Sloka, please. Hare Krishna.
Mataji, can I please try?
कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफलहेतुर्भुर्मा ते सङ्गोऽस्त्व कर्मणि.
Hare Krishna. Sorry, Ma, you wanted to chant. Next sloka you chant. Both of us did. Sure. Hare Krishna. What does he say? You have the right to perform your duty, but you're not entitled for result. Okay, you have the right to study exam, you have to write, but you do not have a type for the result. Very hard heartening, no? Hare, I am writing my exam for result, otherwise why should I write? Right? So I came across one person. I asked, why are you working? Why did you study engineering? Okay, and he said, I study because I want to get job and I want salary. Okay, while there's someone who told that it's passion, that's different. Right? So these are different views which they have. I'm not debating which is right, but what they say is you have to do your duty, but don't seek the result, which means Arjuna will fight. Whether he wins or not doesn't matter. Same way you'll study. Whether you get 100 mark or 99 mark, you leave, but you give your best, you give 100%. Somebody has 100% can give you 99 marks, somebody can give 100, somebody's 100% can give 35 marks. So it all depends on whether you can give 100%. It doesn't matter whether somebody else is getting more marks or not, though competitively we do that, right? So result you should not. So you're going to answer, you'll have doubts on this, so you can ask this later. Hare Krishna. You wanted to chant the mantra, Numa, now you can chant. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Mataji.
Yeah,
Yogastha kuru karmani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya siddhai asiddhyoha samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. Hare Krishna.
Perform. So he's telling that, thank you so much. Perform your duty. Equipoise. Equipoise means no ups and downs, no anger, no softness, no fear, no excitement, no hatred or extreme is called equipoise. Heat, cold. It's called opposites, right? So you do it equally, and that is called yoga. So what Krishna is telling in Karma Yoga, and what are we learning is from Karma-Kanda, we will meet to Karma Yoga. So to make it clear, what we do is, let's say that we are planting a mango. Right? You will tell this is my mango tree. Agreed. But you can always plant telling that, oh, this mango tree, if I get mangoes, I'll give to Krishna. Now, as I said, Krishna is not going to eat. So what is the difference between Karma-Kanda is, oh, this tree is mine. And what is the difference between Nishkama is, okay, this tree is for Krishna. I will take 2 fruits, but the rest I give to Krishna. There is something in between, which will be the stage we will experience most of the time from now on. We move up from Karma-Kanda, but difficult to come to Nishkama. So there is one line called Sakama. Sa means with desire. Krishna, this mango tree is for you. I will plant. I will give you 2 fruit. Okay, balance is one. That is somewhere in between. This should be your first step forward, right? To take it to the next level. And Krishna already explains this one. I told you misers, which we said Kripana. And he says, why? Because you have the talent, you have the ability, and you want to enjoy your own self without even considering Krishna. It is miser. So any man engaged in devotional service is very important question I want to ask. You want good, karma means duty, right? Work. So karma also means pious. So pious work. So do you want credits for good work or do you want credits for bad work or do you don't want credits? ABC, right?
For good one.
Very nice. Thank you so much. So we want credits for good work. Good work. Good work. Bhumi is good work. You don't want credits, Agam. Okay. I would like to have credits for good work. See, you don't want credits. We're all having a lot of stuff. Okay, Dia, Dimple, all okay. Okay, now I'm going to tell you. Now, if you do good work, you will go to Swarga. All of you know Swarga, right? Heaven. And if you do bad work, you will go to Naraka. So obviously no one needs Naraka. So that I think all of us are clear. Now the point is, if you do not take credits for both, you will go to Goloka. Right? Now you will tell, Hare, where is this third angle? So the first angle is karma. You do good credit. Because karma means your duty. Duty means you have to do it good. Though now the definition of duty is many, but technically duty means a doctor means he should sincerely do surgery or give medicine. Same way, if he is a lawyer, he has to sincerely talk in favor of someone who's done good. So at least someone whom he believes has done good. Even if he's fooled, he should be fighting for the right person. So that is dharma, right? So this is one. Now he does right duty. So therefore he is doing karma and therefore he gets elevated to heaven. He does bad and that bad is called vikarma. He will go to hell. There is something which he does not take credit, akarma, which means he's going to Krishna. Right? So yeah, no credits at all. Krishna. Yeah, you go to Goloka. Why, you may ask? Because bad credits we don't want, so I don't want to discuss this. You all are all clear. But if you do good credit, you will go to heaven. Right? Good credits, you will be going to heaven. And after heaven, it's like you're abroad. You all go for abroad. You have a visa, right? What happens when you go abroad?